amazing thing happened. I thought, I'll just stop at that little roadside fish shop. I used to get oysters there sometimes, but they always say they're fresh, but they're actually frozen. And she says, oh, it just happened in the fridge. But anyway, don't want to get anyone in trouble. I still like them for a local fish shop on the side of the road. So I was like, oh, I'm just going camping. I need just a little fish that I can put, a whole fish that I can put on the fire. And she showed me some little fish that were too little in a bag, and then some really big fish too big for me. And then she showed me this. She called it a grunter. And that's going to be wonderful. And because it was just so random in the bottom of the car, under the car, in the bottom of the freezer, she just gave it to me. So that's cool. And then I went to the bottle shop for a couple of ciders and late night scotch things, and it turns out on Friday they do free barbecue. So sausage and a bread, and have a guess what's on there. What's your favourite sauce flavour? What's yours? This is a bit of barbecue and a bit of that mustard sauce, which is not really mustard, but it's what we call mustard sauce, isn't it? It's the Australian version of mustard. So off I go, finally. It's 3:59. 3:59. I swore it was going to click over. Anyway, time to go. I've got like 2 hours of driving ahead of me, and I'm supposed to be getting the campsite, so we will see. At least if someone moves out tomorrow, I can get a decent one then. But I know that noise is really annoying. Oh, look at that. Now you can see. I've still got a jumper on. I put it on this morning because it was freezing. Yes, sometimes it's cold in Darwin. Maybe twice a year or something. But it's the dry season, so I've packed a blanket into my stuff that I packed a couple of weeks ago but haven't been able to use. And it was hot then and I wouldn't have needed a blanket. So I've got a blanket, I've got, what else did I add? I did add a couple of extra layer things. Put the jumper on this morning, it was freezing, and then I've been busy. I went to the shops, which is cold, and then you go outside, because it's air conditioned, then you go outside and it's hot, and I'm like, oh, I'll have to change my jumper soon. Then I go in the house and it's still cool. When we have the humidity around, it's like it's the same temperature, inside, outside, in the shade, out of the shade. But when the humidity's gone, it's like, it's not like we're down south, but it is like there's a difference. I know in South Australia, I definitely noticed that you can be like crisping in the sun and you just step into a shadow and suddenly you're freezing cold, which is insane. So yeah, there's like a tiny bit of a hint of that right now, which is nice because I get sick of the same old. But now I'm kind of like, oh, it's going to be cold. I have to pack all this extra stuff, and there'll be mozzies as well. So at least, you know, when it's hot and there's mozzies, and then you put clothes on, and then you feel sweaty and hot in the night, and then you want to have a fire. Those things don't go together. So camping, rugging up, having a fire, which is useful and warm, and keep the mozzies off you, is all great. But yeah, it's different. You get so lazy when it's hot so much of the time. Anyway, heading out to Douglas Daly Hot Springs. There's a nature reserve, what do you call it? Like a national park campground where you put, I don't know, maybe it's $5 a night or something for a grown up. Maybe it's $7 a night. Anyway, you put your money in, and then the ranger will come around and make sure that you paid in the morning. And if you stay for a couple of days, then you can pay in advance and they know who you are and say g'day every morning, and that's just fine too. Do the toilets flush? There's toilets. I think they flush. And there's water. There's a drinking water tap. But I think it's creek water, and I'd just drink the creek water too. Just maybe the cold creek water that hasn't gone through swimmers. Maybe I'd go upstream. But I can't even remember this place very well. It's been so long. The last time I went here, there was a bunch of mums and children, and we rock at camping. And I know I was running late, and all these things were happening. And I finally got there at like midnight, and everybody was still up around the fire. Of course, not everybody was up, just the adults. All the children were in bed, so I slipped mine straight into a tent that was already up, and they were snoozing in the car anyway, and it was perfect. Chats, and I think there might have been a bit of ukulele playing. I didn't bring my ukulele, but anyway. Yeah, just so much fun. I love how those mums, that little bunch of mums, when we get together, we can rock a decent camp together with all our children running amok, and, you know, we check in and they ask to go here and there, but on the whole, don't see too much of them, or they're always nearby, I guess. And you know, we got to be close to the little ones, but the big ones come and go a bit, as long as they tell us which direction they're heading. They've got water and a hat. It's all good. It's a really beautiful spot. There's a creek with a hot spring in it. I don't know where the hot spring is actually. It's probably bubbling in a few places. There's a few places I can't step because it's so hot. And then there's cool bits all through. And the nice camp spot is actually downstream, so it's really cool. It's not cold, but it's really cool, and it's easy for the children to just have a play while we're doing dinner and stuff without worrying about them going where it's hot or where there's other people around. It's actually really chill and cool and nice. And I just finally realized how much the camera is shaking because I haven't been looking at it. I'm talking to myself while I drive. Anyway, yeah, so it's a really great spot. I can't wait to show you. A lot of it's shallow, right? It's not like, hey man, let's do laps. It's not that type of place. You just chill, rest, recuperate, soak in this beautiful nature, and warm water, cool water, make lunch, have a nap. It's just the best time. That's typically what happens anyway. But I did bring a backpack, and I brought actually heaps of stuff. So when I get there, if it's not too dark yet, I'm gonna do a bit of a I ended up throwing all these things in the car because it's so late, 4:05 now. And I'm gonna just pack my backpack when we get there. I should put this down because I'm not even biting it. It's cold, but I will go back to it. Just not on camera. Anyway, we will pack this bag. And if I'm not too scared, which I'm realizing is a thing, right? I want to do this stuff, and I'm kind of scared. Don't think I'm that scared of creatures, although I was a bit scared of snakes and centipedes when Keita and I did that challenge. I was like, yeah man, I'm coming in the tent with you. I feel like there's a snake coming. This time I've got a hammock, so I don't think I'll be scared of that. And I haven't used it, and it's off Wish. I did like this unpacking thing a while back, but it was pretty bad. And I'll post it sometime. It's whatever, it's part of the journey. So I've got a hammock. Pretty sure I've got my mattress, but I meant to put in a foam one as well as my self-inflating, like a yoga mat I wanted to put for helping the insulation and to sort of widen it a bit because the self-inflating is so narrow. I thought if I put the foam mattress underneath it, like the yoga mat, whatever you call those things, it would just give it extra insulation, a little bit of extra width for me. Anyway, this time I'm not too spooked about creatures, but I am spooked about humans. Don't get me wrong, I really like humans where humans have to be accountable. people are like top level, go the good people. But it just sucks how a tragedy and a psychotic person can ruin so much. That's shit. That's really shit. Anyway, I might have to just have myself a little time for a vigil around the campfire of a morning, I think. For those people and their families and the injured people and the people who saw this horrific destruction of humans. I can't believe it. Anyway. So, Douglas Daly Hot Springs is a beautiful little place. I've never actually felt like exploring while here because I feel like the nature park is at the place where you want to go. Also, there is a place at the back of this nature park which is fenced and signposted as, I'll show you the sign later, but I think it says something like this is a sacred women's place or a sacred site, but I feel like it's for women. Can't remember exactly. Anyway, there's a place which is fenced and sacred, and I would hate to just walk along accidentally, find a place that I shouldn't be at just because they don't expect people to walk there and really it should have been fenced or signed or something, because I totally want to respect that. been only half an hour, not even half an hour since we spoke. Just another dry season day in the territory. How do I do this? There we go. We're heading over that way, but I wanted to just show you the sky here for some perspective. A bit more this way. Can't see the screen at all, but I'm hoping that you're getting some of that. And even where it looks kind of clear, it's been hazy for about, I don't know, a couple of maybe a week and a half. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to stop this, keep going, and we might see the thick of it. Despite it looking like I'm looking all over the place, I am not. My eyes are firmly planted on the road, and I'm randomly pointing the camera around to try and capture some of this for you. Yeah, all my focus is on the road, I promise you. Possibly it's because the water there is closed also. Maybe they haven't checked it for crocs or whatever, because that's real. Anyway, so we're on this road, and then there's one more, I think we turn off this loop road actually goes back to Adelaide River, which I drove through, and you can take this road, but it's like this, it's beautiful and windy and it's meandering and lovely. But I stayed on the highway because I didn't want to take all day to get there and all night. But now's the time when I need to focus and not drive quickly because of hopping wildlife. They like to jump out sometimes in front of vehicles, and I don't want that to be my vehicle meeting it. So I'm happy to go slow. I'm probably going to stop for some firewood soon before I get too close, because that's where everyone decides they want to get their firewood. I'll get it before then. Oh, here we go, T-junction. Maybe there's two intersections, because I've got to get on this road and then I've got to get off this road. Ah, okay. Yep. I thought I forgot there was another end to Pine Creek. So off we go down here a bit, and then we turn left. And all the roads are like this, just so you know. It's beautiful. Now we're heading towards the sun, but not for long. We're going to turn left soon. 100. It's not really, I don't think I'd can't do 100 at this time of day. But anyway, let's get along. I forgot to read the sign. I could stop the video and have a look, I guess. But I won't. I'm just going to drive because even if I look or not, it's still going to be the same distance, isn't it? Boing, boing. There's a truck. Check this out. We're supposed to share this road. Look at us. How do we share this road? I'm going to get off. He's cool. He can stay. But there he is. He can have it all to himself. Nice one, matey. And he's got cows aboard. And there's another. So I just worked it out. I stopped at so there was a truck went past and I was having a chatter about it, and then I stopped recording. There was another truck, it went past, he didn't wave, and then I began to continue talking to the camera. I don't really talk to the camera. This is me talking to myself. I talk to myself, and making a video is a great, perfect, wonderful, legitimate excuse to talk to myself. Oh, Hot Springs Nature Park, 26. I'm so close. The map said 3 hours. 2 hours and 50 something minutes, but maybe that was if I drove to Pine Creek and then back up. Either way, it is not 3 hours. It is 5:35 and I was at that shop at 4 o'clock. I left there and I was driving and talking. So 1 hour and a half, and now I've got 26 k's. Admittedly, I do remember that this is, as you can see, bumpy a little, but I'm still on bitumen, or what do you call it? Like a paved road. Paved. It's not pavers. It's bitumen. It's still on a sealed road, and then there's about, I want to say like 5, not more than 5 kilometers of dirt, and then you're at the campsite. I'm like nearly there, and it's not 3 hours. I screenshotted the map and I sent it to Paul, and I hope that it's right, because that would be sad if it's wrong. Anyway, I can't wait to see my friend Louise down here and her daughter. They're staying at a cabin park just around the corner. Like, if you're not into camping, come on down and stay at the Douglas Daly Caravan Park. I don't know what it's called. Whatever it is. There's a place where you can pay, and it's a bit more like, you know, you feel like you have comforts, I guess. Maybe there's push button barbecues or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you can get even a cabin that has electricity and windows and doors. But I'm going to sleep in my hammock. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a bit scared of being cold. I'm not scared of mosquitoes, and I'm a bit scared of it not actually even working because it is from Wish. But it looks the part, right? I can't even remember, because I packed so long ago and it's taken me so long to go camping. I can't even remember if I put a tarp in, like just in case of dew. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, driving, concentrating. There are long shadows now. That means leaps and bounds from kangaroos or wallabies. There it is, folks. Just coming out from behind the tree any minute now. The local wildlife, who are quite friendly with the fronts of vehicles. Not on purpose, of course. They're just animals that don't understand. Oh, there's no one. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there's a car coming. But I got this nice bit of wood off the road. Hi. I'm happy. That's the car that I've overtaken like 3 times, and then I keep stopping. I'm such a dingbat. Anyway, they're cool. I might say hi to them when we get there. Here's my bit of wood. I've got more to get. One of my beautiful colleagues, Bernie, came running to me in my car this morning to give me
this with random thanks. The flowers and the vase were in the cooler on the right, and it's just so beautiful and it meant so much. Thank you, Bernie. I can't imagine how many hundreds of thousands of people have walked on these trails. And for the most part, all the trails, people stick to them. Just naturally worn. You can see these sticks and leaves up against the pandanus. That's probably about as high as the water level got in this whole area during the wet season, and you can see where the water level is now. Above that rock, there's evidence of that tide or water level rising. Maybe. Hi. So all day yesterday I got no footage. I have no camera, no batteries, and it was just a beautiful family day, so I didn't bother getting out husband's phone, this one, but I thought I need to get some footage of this beautiful creek system, otherwise the rest of the trip, the beginning, would have been pointless. And I'm going to try and leave here today and head to Robin Falls, the secret place, for a hike over the mountain. Here's Pearly. No, she ducked down. Ocean ducked down. Okay, see, it's just family time. It's cool. I want to show you a few places around here where the water comes out of a rock. There's several, like all over here, the water comes out of the ground, but I think this is exceptional. And then I'll show you some footage of what it looks like in this hot water. Over there, this hot water joins a cold water creek, and where all the people are is kind of where it blends, and it's lovely. And behind my husband's butt crack, oh, you can't see, there's a big log where all the children jump off the log and have a great time. Oh, I can't believe that. Some silly Billy put an egg in there to see if it would cook. The yolk looks like it's cooked, but the white, not quite. And I don't know how long that's been in there. But let's pretend it's not there, because that's disgusting. That's just littering. I've stuck my hand in here, so I don't think it's boiling, but it is definitely hot. Like hot cup of tea, hot, hot, hot. I'm not going to record these children close up, but you can see they're on a log and they're all having a great time and jumping in. That part of the water is cold. There's Rainbow. Here shows a star. Did you flick your eye? Oh. Oh look, they're all going to jump at the same time. Are they going to jump? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children on the log. 8 children on the log. Anyway, there's a popular spot. Just really quickly getting this without really seeing the people. So this is a big bend in the creek. Oh, there's a hot dog in the creek. For the most part, this section of creek is cold. I'm trying not to be rude, but the lady digging knows that there's hot water coming out of the sand there, so she's trying to make a bit of a pool to have a hot bath on the edge of the cold creek. And I have to admit, I've done that before. He's putting up an umbrella in the creek. Getting it done for the little ones. Here you can see I'm looking upstream toward where the spring is. And it's fairly hot over there. Hop, skip and a jump. And it's all hot till just behind these trees. It meets again with the cold side. And this one gets cooler and cooler on the way down. And there's the cold water and it meets. I'm trying not to get some people in this shop, but you can see down the creek, that's a croc trap, just in case there's any friendly ones. But there are actually always crocodiles here, just freshies, and they usually keep out of our way.
So when we left, my battery died and I didn't get any footage at all of my hammock in the tree, which actually worked amazing. Put up in the dark. I put my hammock in the tree. I had a small hiking self-inflating mat in there, and then I had a sheet, and then I had a woolen, I don't even know if it's woolen, blanket, and I was fully dressed. And it's the type of hammock which has a mozzie thing over the top with 2 strings, so over the top of that I hung, just flopped it over because there's no wind, a tarp, and I had a tarp underneath just so I've got like a doormat, and that was perfect. I was on the edge of being cold. I just had to be conscious of it, but I didn't actually get cold. Of course right now it's quite warm, and this is the cold water. It's hot water upstream. So today has actually been another night since we spoke. So that first night I stayed in my hammock and that was great. And then my family arrived the next morning and we had a beautiful family day and we stayed in 2 little tents. Still quite basic. He thought I packed a bunch of stuff. I expected him to pack everything because I just packed for myself and threw a bunch of things in the hallway saying bring this as well. But he thought I had everything else except that. Anyway. So today we might actually head out of here and go to the other place for a hike. So we're off to pack up. We've had a beautiful swim, hot swim. I did a mud mask, and that's great. And now I feel self-conscious because there's people coming. Check this out. Have a look at these trees.
Other times of the year and midweek, you will not see this kind of activity. Nobody ever usually parks directly in front of the entrance, but we had to walk like through their camp to get in. There's the girls walking through. This just goes forever. These were all filled up yesterday. So down here you'll see, I'm walking the same direction as just a moment ago, and it follows, you see the sand down there, it follows the creek all the way, and just down there at the end there's a beautiful place where families like to camp at the very end and use a rope swing, and there's a lot of sand, and it's a beautiful place for the children because it's shallow and cold. I don't want to be rude and video the people, but if you can hear them, there's a dude with a guitar and some bongos and everyone's having a sing, and it's just wonderful. I won't record them because I'm sure that's...
This concludes our Douglas Daly Hot Springs excursion. If you like it, and maybe even subscribe to see Pearl and I climb down a mountain, all sorts of challenges on our private overnight hike. Watch the next vid. Tropo Tangent Tanya.